he were to pat you on the back, you would list it on your resume. His fortune cookies simply read, "Congratulations." He is the life of parties he has never attended. If he were to punch you in the face, you would have to fight off the strong urge to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He has inside jokes with complete strangers. Cuba imports cigars from him. Mosquitoes refuse to bite him, purely out of respect. He wouldn't be afraid to show his feminine side, if he had one. The last time he flirted with danger, danger got clingy. His small talk has altered foreign policy. He once ran a marathon because it was on his way. Sasquatch has taken a photograph of him. He once parallel parked a train. His 2 cents is worth $37 and change. It has never been his bad. He once gave a pep talk so compelling, both teams won. Your guess is as good as his. On second thought, no, it's not. If he were to mispronounce your name, you'd feel compelled to change it. People hang on his every word, even the prepositions. He could disarm you with his looks, or his hands. Either way. He can speak French in Russian. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always teach adult education, but when I do, I use TSTM. Let's educate, my friends. Hello, my name is David Poindexter, and I'm the Education Coordinator at Perry Correctional Institution, which is located just outside of Greenville, South Carolina. As you can see and realize that we are probably subject to a little more difficulties than the average teacher. The first TSTM lesson I implemented was eating healthy on a budget. Due to my students' population, I had to significantly modify the lesson. I used the basic framework and created a project-based lesson around the Thanksgiving holiday. I had my students form into groups. Each group was responsible for the plan, design, and budget for a large holiday meal. Each group then had to present their finished product to a committee of staff members and to their peers. Each member of the group had a specific task to perform, but the outcome had to be inclusive and cohesive. It had to include a full menu with a shopping list and along with cost and the budget. The group made a presentation with poster boards to the committee. The reason I chose this TSTM lesson was for the adaptability. I think most of the TSTM lessons are laid out really well to allow the educator to modify and adapt the lessons for their students' needs. I feel this lesson was very successful on multiple levels. The students bought into the lesson and took ownership of their learning. The students all became excited about their finished products. Many of the students also took their excitement back to the dorms, not only creating a positive influence in our classrooms, it made a positive influence on other inmates in our facility. I was also able to get several staff members involved in the project. I set up a committee of staff members that each of the groups had to present in front of. The committee members were all very happy and excited with the presentations and the posters that they received. Some of the difficulties I experienced with this lesson was time management. I had budgeted 3 days for this lesson. However, in the end, it ended up taking me a full week to implement the entire lesson. Another issue was that I had planned to display the posters that the inmates had presented to us. However, I was informed that these posters were considered contraband and that they must be removed, so I had to remove them from the education building. Since attending TSTM, I implemented several facets of the program into my school's curriculum. When applicable, we used the problem-based, project-based, and contextualized lessons. The students have responded very well and positively to these lessons. We as a schoolhouse have greatly increased our measurable gains on testing and student retention of the materials that is being taught. My advice for others on using these lessons is don't be afraid to try new techniques. Take ownership of this information that TSTM provides and modify the lessons to fit you and your learners' needs. At the end of the day, that's what's most important, meeting the needs.